Hey, I'm here. I'm sorry I'm late. Things got really hectic at the office this afternoon and I couldn't find the right moment to step away. I was in the middle of a meeting with one of our most important clients when you rang, and I'm lucky they understood when I said we would have to reschedule. Of course, then that led to having to go over schedule and find the next time that works for everyone, and
Unbelievable.
I'm sorry. Who are you? I don't recall ever seeing you around here before. If I had, you would have certainly made a lasting impression.
Oh, really now? Is that it? Or is it that you don't like being called out on your obvious excuses? Because honestly, who can't find the time to come check in on their child when they're told there's been an incident?
Can we just get to the part where you tell me what happened to make Lizzie upset instead of criticizing my parenting? You said she seemed pretty torn up, which isn't unlike her, but she had been doing so well.
From what we discussed while we were stuck here waiting for you to show up, I believe Eugen may have said something that upset your daughter. She means well, but sometimes the way she phrases things don't always come across the way she means them to. It's something I've been working on with her. But you know what kids are like when they're playing together.
She said something that upset Liz? It must have been pretty bad if you had to call me in for it. I understand that my daughter isn't the most resilient child, but what was said must have really set her off. Correct me if I'm wrong, but your daughter was the instigator of this whole situation, and you're standing around acting as if it's my parenting that needs to be called into question?
That's exactly right. They're just kids. They're not going to be perfect, and we shouldn't expect them to be. At this stage, they're still learning and growing. And as a father, I would have thought you understood.
Well, I'm sorry if I like to believe that my baby girls are perfectly well-behaved little angels. I am well aware that they are just children, and children make mistakes. But if another child is cause for concern around Lizzie, I might just pull her out now, rather than waiting around another few months as my original plan.
Do you honestly think removing her from an environment where she's comfortable is the best idea? What do you think that teaches her about running from her problems?
No, I'm sorry, but you're not a parent, so you of all people can't tell me where I take my child and when it may be the best to find a new source of childcare. How dare you try to insinuate that I'm not doing what's best for Lizzie? You say she needs stability now more than anything. But honestly, what would you know?
More than you, clearly. Are you forgetting that this is their full-time job? Running around after and caring for kids all day? They're probably more in tune to what a child needs than either of us. Are you really going to disregard their opinion and completely disrespect them like that? Here of all places where little ears could hear?
Where little ears? We're in an office on the opposite side of the building to the playrooms, and you're worried about the kids hearing?
If I'm being completely honest with you, yes. The last thing I want right now is for Eugen or any of the other children to overhear anything that may be out of context or upsetting. Are you seriously trying to say you're not worried about your daughter overhearing and what she may think of you afterwards? We're not just dads. In their eyes, we're their heroes, their knights in shining armor. Even if you don't understand that, you should, at the very least, keep their feelings in mind. What if they start believing this whole mess is their fault and blaming themselves for our attitudes and reactions? How do you think they would feel, huh?
Calm down. You want us to calm down now? Yeah, no. I really don't think that's going to be happening right now. We're all too tightly wound to even consider calming down, or even having a civilized conversation that will lead to any sort of result in which we're all happy.
You know what? And I can't believe I've even saying this. But this is honestly the first time I'm inclined to agree with you. If this conversation isn't going to get us anywhere, I'll be signing Yujin out early and the two of us will be leaving. I wish I could say it was nice meeting you, but that would be a lie.
Hey, for what it's worth, I'm sorry. I didn't come in here intending to explode like that. It's just... I can't stand the idea of my baby girl being upset. Especially when it could have potentially have been prevented. She's a sensitive girl, and she's been having a hard time making friends as it is, let alone trying...
As I've told you before, I'm sure it was an accident. Things like that really can't be prevented. That's just kids being kids. You do know that, right? It's not like Yujin was going out of her way to bully Lizzie. So I don't understand why you're reacting as if it's any worse than it is. I'm done arguing with you. I'm leaving. Yujina, Kaza, come on. We're going to head out early today. Is that alright? I can see that. But you will see them again tomorrow, alright?
I guess that's my cue to take my leave. Do you think I could leave Lizzie signed in for the remainder of the day? I have to return to work, and I don't have anyone else to look after her right now. Not all of us can afford to spontaneously drop everything to spend time with our kids. I'm going to get going, but I'll see you at the regular pickup time this evening.
Hey there. We just wanted to remind you to like this audio and subscribe to the channel.
We also have a Patreon, so if you're an adult, you should definitely consider checking that out. You can find it at patreon.com/Celesterra.
Or if you're looking for a custom audio, you can commission us at enigomi.com/commissions.
Whatever you'd like, we'll bring it to life.
That's all for now. Take care of yourself, okay?
See you next time.